not necessarily by making amends. I always say this to you guys, to close a karmic lesson, it's not about returning to a person that we maybe done some harm. And sometimes it is part of the process to have a conversation, to take accountability. But more than anything, the question is, have you learned your lesson? Do you now fully understand why it happened in your life? What wounding forced you to do certain things? Have you course corrected? I feel you are standing in front of a new chapter in your life, a new cycle, but there will be things that you need to release and you need to accept and you need to fully process. But it's also for this collective, what I'm hearing, what you need to accept is that I was hearing, given what I've just said, I was hearing a little bit of entitlement, right? The fact that you are a beautiful soul, a pure soul, the fact that you are an old soul and a wise soul, and that you have a beautiful future in front of you, it doesn't mean that you don't have to go for certain things, as all of us did. It doesn't mean that you don't have to go for certain karmic lessons, release certain karmic patterns, switch your mindset. Whether you know it or not, right now you are, and you have a list of wishes towards the universe. And it's not that we shouldn't, but this is the moment of switch when we truly are on a deep journey of transformation. How we pray. When in your prayers, it's just, I want. Give me peace, give me this person, give me love, give me abundance. It means that you still haven't learned your lesson. When our prayers begin to be thanks, when our prayers are sacred moments of connection to the universe, when our prayers are going within to understand where we are and understand that whatever is meant for us, it's already ours. And I thank you for this process of preparation, because once it's mine, I want to be able to hold it, to enjoy it, to reciprocate the energy. So thank you for the process of preparation, right? There's still things that you have to learn. There's still things that you have to, I don't want to use this term pay, but even out. The karmic scales, the karmic wheel, even out. Learn. I have 3 of Wands here at the bottom of the deck for you, but right now on the table you have 2 of Wands. It's a preparation. I feel this collective, you haven't even fully stepped onto your journey. To step onto the journey, you have to understand what journey is about. And it doesn't mean that we're not going to be going in and out, that we're not going to be going, having moments of doubts. I always say this to you guys, we don't become divine from one day to another. It fluctuates. We still have moments of doubt. It's just in the beginning, it's one day the other day. The one day we trust, the other day we doubt. And then the doubt is something that comes in once a week, and then once a month, and then once every 3 months, until the moment we fully stand, right? So it's going to be going in and out. But in order to start the journey, for them to sort of open the gate and allow you to fully walk the journey, you really have to, in your very core, understanding what this journey is about. I might not get it right just yet. I might not embody it. I might have moments of pittiness and moments of shallowness and moments of loneliness and just like screaming to the universe, why? But deep down, to really walk the path, you need to understand what is the objective here. All right, what do we want to do? I sort of want to do your masculine and the energy of your masculine as we did, and then we're going to do maybe some joint energies, what's going on, and some guidance. We'll see. What's the energy of the masculine connected to this collective? Interesting. Too many? 3, too many. Well, all right. All right. We have I feel like these things would be in a place of shadow, right? But there's a reason we have these cards. We have surrender, right? We have surrender. What's coming to my mind is that on this journey for a very long time, right, our masculines are better in surrendering than we are. It doesn't mean that they're actually surrendering. I always say this to you guys, and I teach this to you guys, and this is actually why I created these cards and the whole purpose behind my oracle deck. Every concept and every emotion has a side of light and a side of shadow. Some things by default, they come from a place of light. So surrender comes from a place of light, comes from a place of love. But we can flip it to the side of shadow. We can misunderstand it. And in case of surrender, that's why I want to read this final paragraph that talks about that misunderstanding. When we are wounded, we struggle to differentiate surrendering from resignation. We may think that lack of action in the physical world equals giving up. In the physical world equals give it. Sometimes we may also remain in a state of energetic insistence despite of not chasing physically. It's important to keep the faith, take action when needed, but always allow the universe to hold the reins. For a very long time on this journey, our divine masculines, deep down somewhere, they acknowledge the feelings towards us. They feel that one of these things is not like the others. This woman is different, right? Some of them may think, they may not use the labels, twin soul, right? Often, many of them, they know nothing of spirituality. So most divines, to be honest, before we activated to the journey, we would have never heard the term twin soul, twin flame. But deep down, they believe it's like, she's my person. This woman is my person, right? But because they are in a place of victim of fate instead of master of destiny, and we talked about this for you, they feel that they are surrendering because they say, oh, if it's really meant to be, it's going to happen, right? But what they're not understanding, it's exactly what I've explained to you. If it's meant to be, it will be. It's valid and it's true, but we have to do our part. If it's meant to be, it will be. It doesn't mean that the universe will constantly be bringing me this on a silver platter and I'll be like a spoiled child not doing a single thing. We have to do the inner work. We have to shift internally. We have to do our part. It's exactly that, doing our part. The universe brings us lessons. Learn them. The universe brings you opportunities. See them. The universe brings you people that can help you. Use that help. This is our part. Show up for yourself with the tools that the universe brings to you, with consistency and with dedication. So he right now would be in a state what he would think is surrender, but in reality it's resignation. It's like, I'm going to do squat. I'm not going to be working on myself. I'm not going to, right? But what do I always say to you guys? We are the spiritual leaders of this connection. If you will not conquer something well, as a pro, completely heal it, completely understand it, completely remove it, they won't even have the opportunity and the space to do that. So he is now embodying energy on a side of shadow, but to teach you and to show you, because they are our ultimate teachers, remember that, to teach you and to show you that you also know nothing about these things. You also want the universe to do your dirty work. You also believe that if it's meant to be, it should just happen. I don't have to do anything. And the second card is boundaries. He probably does have boundaries. And what do I always say this to you guys? And the shadow side of this card says that when we're wounded, we confuse boundaries with avoidance. He's avoidant. He's avoiding things. He's avoiding actions. He's avoiding accountability. And what he's saying to himself, that I have boundaries. No, you don't. What you have is avoidance, because true boundaries come from a place of love, when we love ourselves. But right now, he probably has better boundaries externally, what is seen as boundaries, than you do with him. He surrenders more to what's meant to be will be, which actually is resignation. But bottom line, he's showing you what you need to fully. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? Right? We have resilience as well, and it's gonna be a similar case. When we're wounded, we confuse our thick armor with resilience and strength. Oh my God, this man is delusional. He thinks he's surrendering to the destiny. He thinks he has boundaries. He thinks he's resilient, and meanwhile, he's in resignation. He's avoidant, and he has a thick armor. Okay. So those would probably be things that you need to focus on right now, to understanding these concepts of surrender, of boundaries, and of resilience. When we're wounded, we confuse our thick armor with resilience and strength. Avoiding challenges, locking our heart, and staying on shallow level of life doesn't mean we are strong. Yeah. Remember, only those who feel fear and face challenges have true strength. And what I'm hearing as well is that he would probably right now be thinking that he's in a better mental state than you. Whatever. And we have rejection. We have rejection as well. So whether he accepts that or not, he is feeling rejected. Maybe you recently did something that makes him feel that way. Maybe he feels rejected overall when it comes to life. When we're not taught to accept ourselves for who we are from childhood, for example of unconditional love for our caregivers, our authentic self feels rejected and starts building a defensive armor, a mask designed to fit into expectation of others. He would be sitting in a fear of rejection. Determination, he's probably more determined towards things that he thinks he wants than you are towards your journey. Sorry. Tough love, you know me. All right, let's tap into his energy deeper. What's the energy of this masculine? It's funny that we have Queen of Swords underneath boundaries. Man has nerve, okay? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling into it. I'm not liking this energy at all. One more. One more. See how resistant there's resistance all over the place, and your energy and his energy is just, you're not listening to the universe. Okay. So his first card is the moon. The moon is the shadow. The moon is the shadow side of us. It's the subconscious mind. It's the wounds that we're not seeing, we're not acknowledging. There's the mirror. There's a reason it's like all these things are on the flip side. He would be in this mentality right now that he is not seeing things for what they really are. He's not seeing his true reflection. And it happens, you guys, when we're deeply wounded and we are so vulnerable and traumatized by life, we cannot bear our own reflection. And this is where we put on the mask. This is where we twist things because we fear accountability. We fear to stand in front of each other and say, I am in resignation. I am avoidant. I am weak. Instead, we convince ourselves, I'm resilient. I have boundaries. I surrender to the flow of life. No. And I know that I give you tough love here, you guys, but as long as we don't see our shadows, recognize our shadows, and to be honest, the fact that you feel it's tough love, it's a reflection of you. Because what I'm giving to you guys in my readings, it ain't tough love. It's the truth. I'm a shadow worker. So when you work with me, I'm an ultimate mirror, the dark mirror the mirror that reflects your shadow. So if I'm saying to you, you're avoidant, okay? You are in resignation. I am giving you a fact. The fact that your conditioned mind is taking that as something negative says everything about you and nothing about me. I am giving you a fact to work with, okay? And I also give you the tools, and I'll also tell you the how. Because shadow work, and I say this all the time like a mantra to you guys, shadow work is not about carving out our shadows, hating them, and throwing them into the bin. Shadow work is about loving our shadows. So when I say to you, you ain't got boundaries, you're avoidant, it's not me shaming you that you're avoidant. It's not me telling you to shame you that you're avoidant. It's me giving you a fact. Now let's work with that fact. Let's figure out what it means to be avoidant. Let's understand where it comes from. What wounding and what challenging experience in your life pushed you to that automated behavioral pattern that avoidance is. How do we give that avoidance love and understanding so the avoidance can relax and retire, so that part of your psyche can just melt into the wholeness of you because it's no longer needed? Do you know what I mean? I ain't giving you tough love. I'm giving you the truth. The question is, who is ready to accept the truth and work with it, and who is not? He has Queen of Swords in his energy, and that's exactly on top of those boundaries. So he would be in quite of a fierce energy, to be honest. Very defensive. Again, he would think it's boundaries, it's strength, but he's defensive. I wouldn't be surprised if he, in his relationship right now, is having a bit of a sharp whip, is having a bit of a, saying things that are a little harsh, because he's projecting. Those wounds that we carry within, again, those shadows that we carry within, all they want is they want to be seen. You guys are shadows, so we recognize them, so we give them love, so we understand the reason for them, the reason for being, right? Avoidance wants you to understand the reason for being. Avoidance was created to protect you. Every shadow was always created to protect you. But then in natural course of human life, we are meant to understand them, give them love, and release them. Because we're no longer children that don't know how to protect themselves. So we don't need these mechanisms anymore. But oftentimes we refuse to do the work, right? So the shadows then get more and more pronounced. They speak to us more and more. They're stronger and stronger. Ultimately, the more you resist and the more you refuse to accept them, they start projecting. This is why people who are in the deepest shadow and in the deepest place of wounds, everything that they are, they will call you, right? They're projecting. They don't know how to handle their own shadows, their own wounds, their own trauma. So I wouldn't be surprised if he was right now in that place of just pointing fingers towards others. Quite cold, quite sarcastic, quite it's a cold energy, but we have Four of Cups. It's the energy of sadness. No, he's not resilient. He's sad. It's resignation as well. It's depression. Remember what we said about feeling depressed? This is the reason it was coming. I always say this to you guys, in these connections, we mirror each other. And we are the spiritual teacher. They clear karma for us. And we lead spiritually. Teach yourself to deal with sadness. Teach yourself to listen to your body. Teach yourself not to accept the things that are part of you. Shadow work is about loving all parts of your psyche. Yeah, I'm a little avoidant. Yeah, I'm a little stir the pot. Whatever is it that you are. Accept that, because once you accept what it is, where it comes from, you're going to blend it into the wholeness of you again. It's going to stop coming through every time you feel threatened, because you've acknowledged its existence. It's all it ever wanted, just like a spoiled child. We have Ten of Pentacles as well in his energy. I am sensing a bit of a family energy here, to be honest, with that rejection. Let's do another row. Two of Cups. King of Swords. Divines and separation. The Star. You have the Star as well. Star is healing. Star is healing. Star is cleanse of our soul. It's the Northern Star as well. I feel you're both being guided, but you're both not listening. The pairing in the Suit of Swords are divines in separation. Nothing, see, it's what you're not understanding. It's like you're thinking that there's something you are between you. You are between you. No matter how much universe will want you to be together. The universe could grant you this wish and lock you both in a basement, okay? With the universe easily could create a circumstance, okay? You would probably kill each other. You're not, it's clashing right now. It's not going to work out. And it's not because it's not there. It's not because emotion is not there, feeling is not there, the soul tie is not there. But you, it's your egos. It's your egos. Do you know the drawing, super famous, that it's like two adults in the form of cages giving each other their backs, and inside they're the children, the souls that just want to touch each other? It's exactly the story of twin flames. Our souls crave each other. Our souls wants to be united. Our souls wants to be in union. But it's the ego that resists. Ego that holds trauma, that holds conditioning, limiting beliefs, wounds. And instead of just to heal, it's resisting. So as long as it heals, it will never work out. As long as the two are healed, it will never work out. So you're approaching it from a heal. That's what you need to do. That's your solution. Focus on you, on your healing. I feel he feels that connection. He feels that soul recognition. But he has zero understanding of himself. I feel he does, though. He sees a little bit of, he recognizes some sort of a sadness and darkness within, and I feel he is trying to find a way to get out of this, to overcome certain things. He might not have the right approach. It's a mask approach. It's a fake it until you make it sort of approach. It's not vulnerable, not admitting who I really am, not seeing the reflection. But there's something in him that wants to sort of move past certain things. I want one more for that final row. Judgment. But the Judgment is in reverse. Maybe he is going through, that's what I'm hearing, it's sort of something family related. Some realizations linking back to that rejection wound. It's just that he's having not the best approach. He's trying to power through. That's what I'm hearing. Power through instead of really understanding, accepting, breaking it down. It's the awareness of what we've been through that really helps us to heal. And it's also coming to my mind, you guys, we think that we have memories of our past in our minds, right? But past doesn't really exist. All we have as we're experiencing life, right? As a spirit, is a moment of now. So we really don't have the capacity to see the facts neutrally. We see them through who we are today, right? This is why we say that as we heal, we literally change our past. But what changes is not the past, but what changes is the perception of the past. So when we're very wounded, we see things sort of a bigger, worse, right? More negative, because we see it from our wounded perspective of now. So it's like maybe he's trying to figure out certain things from the past, certain events, certain shadows that link back to his family, make it make sense, power through them, but he's not seeing it right because he's constantly coming from a place of he already deemed these things to be negative instead of understanding that, he wouldn't have that understanding for a very long time, but your soul chose this. Do you know what I mean? All right. Let's do your joint energies. And then I want to pull one card for guidance for you from my archetype deck. So let's go for it. What are the joint energies for this pairing? Leo. Every sign has something beautiful, but Leo's in the side of darkness. It is hard. All right. We have Leo. I was used to being the central focus of everyone's attention, but you magnetism outweighed mine, and I was insecure about that. That being your joint energies, show of over dramatic, pretentious, bossy, jealous. I feel it may be a bit of a trait of both of you, that there are insecurities. There is a mechanism of numbing insecurities. Jealousy, show off, overly dramatic. Bit of a drama queens, I feel that you are in your own ways. Number 86. We have fragmentation of a soul. That's number 29. I'm working on my self-worth. For a long time, I deemed myself as someone who didn't deserve love and happiness. I was always angry with my life, pushed love away because I thought I didn't deserve it. Significant drama from past, confirmation, irrational, unexplained fears, checking out in certain situations, overreaction to seemingly small problems. Didn't we say that already? You are both. It's that overreacting, right? Seemingly small problems. In a grand scales, what is really your problem, right? You know what I mean? And I'm also hearing I spoke about this recently on my stories. So if you're one of those people that, I have sort of my followers who, some of them come to me in sessions, some of them don't, but we usually engage as well on stories. So if you've watched that, I think it was yesterday or the day before, I was talking about exactly that, the perception of past, right? The past no longer is. So if we choose to feel pain because of that past, it's our own choice. Instead of just stopping and understanding and learning the lesson and fully releasing that past, we choose to stay in that past. The past no longer is. It's the ultimate wisdom of the moment of now, right? But with the fragmentation of a soul, I oftentimes talk about this to you